Welcome to Elevate Springfield, where we will dive into strategies and stories that help you rise to your full potential. Each episode, we'll talk about how you can take intentional steps to elevate your life and your business while making a meaningful impact on those around you. Along the way, we're going to bring in the change makers from our community that are already elevating. We'll bring the actionable strategies, you bring the discipline and follow through, and together we can elevate Springfield.
All right, let's go, y'all. Time to 10X.
Hey everyone, welcome to NextGen on Elevate Springfield. I'm Ellie and I'm here with my dad, Robert.
Together, we're talking about what really matters to teens today. From school and skills to pressure, purpose, and possibilities, we'll share honest conversations, practical strategies teens can actually use, and a little dad-daughter debate.
This is about listening, learning, and growing. Together, let's elevate the next generation.
Hey, Springfield, when it comes to reliable, high-quality roofing, you don't want to leave things to chance. That's why you should reach out to Acosta Angeli Roofing, your local roofing expert serving Springfield and surrounding communities. From quick, dependable repairs to full replacement, from residential to commercial, they are your trusted pros. Call them today at 217-993-2748 or visit their website to book your free quote and inspection. Don't wait. A little leak now could lead to major damage later. Trust the local experts, protect your home, and get peace of mind with Acosta Angeli Roofing.
And we're back. Welcome back to a new segment on Elevate Springfield called Next Gen. I'm your host, Ellie Ferriell.
I am pumped up for this, Ellie. I think everybody loved hearing from you about a month ago now when you interviewed me. I'm getting comfortable over here in this guest chair because here moving forward, every Tuesday, we're going to have a new drop on this segment called Next Gen, where you and I are going to talk about, what's important to teens right now. We're going to talk about education. Maybe we'll bring in some guests on some young folks that are doing some good things out in the community, but it's mostly going to be, hey, you and I having a conversation on a number of different topics, trying to help the next generation here in Springfield become leaders and giving them some actionable strategies that they can use to elevate their personal and professional lives. I'm excited.
Yeah, I hope you guys don't get sick of me.
Oh, they can never get sick of Ellie. Everybody loves them some Ellie. Oh, yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know.
You've got some good opinions on stuff. This is going to be fun.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. So, Ellie, what's the topic today? What are we talking about?
Okay, so I was thinking for the topic today being what it's really like growing up as a teen in the social media realm, because there is a general idea around it is that it's harder, it makes your mental health worse, and that growing up in your time or my grandparents' time was just so much better, and that now everybody's it's not great.
Yeah.
So I just like to debunk a few things and just talk about it because I feel like I hear a lot about this and I have a lot of thoughts about this, and I think it'd be an interesting conversation for us to have.
I do love how you lumped me in with your grandparents, like I'm the same age or something.
Yeah. How was it riding a horse and carriage to school?
Yeah, I get it, but I'm not that old. Come on now.
I mean, did you have to slice your own bread?
I did. Well, for different reasons. I slice my own bread.
Oh.
I make my own bread, not because I can't buy it sliced,
yeah.
but I like to make my own bread. You know how I am.
Yeah.
So, well, social media, yeah, growing up, I did not have social media, of course, because it wasn't around when I was your age. But even as an adult, I really didn't start getting active on social media until later on in life. For companies I was with, I did some social media stuff, but personally, I didn't really start doing social media till I was like 39. So I have no experience with it as a young person or somebody your age.
Yeah.
I think it would have been a lot different had we had it back when I was in high school, when
Definitely.
I was your age.
Do you think that social media would have had any sort of impact on you as a teen, like now in the social media realm? If you were a teen today, do you think it would have had any effect on you at all?
I think it would have had an effect. I don't know if it would have had an effect, say, on my mental health, like you mentioned, but I think it would have an effect on. There's one thing that it completely has changed the game for you guys compared to what it was when I was growing up. Everything you guys do right now is recorded in some way or fashion, whether that's audio or video, most of the time video. So most of you guys' lives is recorded. When I was growing up, if we did something stupid, it wasn't on video for everybody to see for all eternity, and it wasn't posted anywhere to where somewhere to where somebody could get on 10 years from now and say, hey, look at that stupid thing you did 10 years ago. So I think that would have changed a lot of things, because when I was in high school, let's just say I did some stupid stuff. And if any of that stupid stuff came back and was online right now, I wouldn't feel too good about it probably. So that puts you guys in a position to where everything you guys do is scrutinized a little bit more, because it gets put on video and posted to social media a lot of times, or put somewhere to where people can see it that maybe you didn't really want them to see that, or something like that. You thought it was more of a private moment, and then it's all of a sudden not a private moment. So I think that's a huge difference now compared to then, and it would have certainly changed the way me and my friends did things, or maybe some of the stuff we did. You have to be really careful who you're around, because they could simply be recording you and then put it on social media to either mess with you or to whatever. But do you feel that way? Do you feel like you're always under kind of a microscope because of social media, or no?
For me, no, just because normal people don't really, I don't want to say don't go viral, because 100% they do, but I also think that the portrayal of going viral in media is so wrong. Like, the amount of viral videos we have now with like millions of views is insane. We have so many. If you go viral, it's like, it depends on what it is. Sometimes it turns into a huge meme and it's like really bad and it's in every single comment section. But other times it's just like, oh, haha, that's funny. Got a million views, and that's it. I think the portrayal of that is weird and it's too over the top, I guess. I don't feel like I'm under a microscope, just because with the social media that I use, I have like my Instagram accounts, and those are both private. So, I mean, I don't really have much to do with that. And I mean, I'm not scared of people recording me and posting it. I mean, I definitely do see videos a lot of the time that they're very interesting, because they scrutinize somebody and I'm like, whoa, like, I really hope that doesn't happen to me, because it'll be just a random person in a store and they're like, oh, look at them, or something like that. Or just somebody getting offended or pressed about something and then recording them for no reason. And I'm like, I would hate that. Like, what? So when I see certain videos like that just blowing up and taking something completely out of proportion.
Because there are people out there that will go out and press people simply to get a reaction, whether they are really meaning what they're trying to say, but they will go at people to try to press them to get a good video to post online.
Yes.
Right? There are people out there that do that stuff.
Yeah, and that's not a constant fear that I live under, but it is when I see those videos, I'm like, oh, I don't like that at all. Like, there was this one certain trend that is happening now last year, I guess, in 2025, where they would say, hey, could you record a TikTok for us? And they'd do a little dance or whatever, and then they'd flip the camera and they'd ask a random stranger to record them. And then they'd flip the camera, and then they basically make fun of the person who's behind the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that trend got a lot of hate for it. Like, there was only a certain amount of people that were doing that. And most of the things I saw about that trend was that everybody hated it because it was so mean. I don't know. Most of the things I saw about that was that we can't do that. That's not a right. But that trend, I was like, oh, no. I mean, I was a little scared that was going to happen to me or something like that. I was thinking about it. I was like, oh, I really hope that doesn't happen to me. But then again, most of the internet criticized that again. So, I mean, it didn't get support from anybody except for the people that were posting it and their friends. Like, I didn't even personally see that trend besides people reacting to it. So I think social media does have a positive impact. And I think we all do know what's right and what's wrong. And and things that are wrong get a lot of heat for it. I don't think it's just, oh, you could do whatever you want and then the entire internet will support you. Like, that's not how it works.
So you feel like in the circles you're in online, that if people are doing something stupid, essentially, online, that they they catch flack for it.
Yes,
And
definitely.
they're not celebrated, right?
Yes, and it definitely depends on what kind of stupid.
Mhm.
Like, if we're talking about you falling off a roof when you're a kid and it getting recorded and posted, it'd be like, haha, fell off a roof. But if you're bullying somebody or something like that,
Mm.
then, I mean, it depends what kind of comments you'll get. But if you're bullying somebody, you'll most likely get criticism for it. I mean, Instagram bullies a lot. But
Well, is it mostly positive or mostly negative on the social media that you see?
ooh, um, okay, I'd say 50-50. It depends what you watch. And sometimes most of social media is negative, but there is a lot of positive content on there. Like, I'll see a lot of people recently doing joy baiting. So they will go out and they'll specifically just be like, what are you doing out here looking all handsome or something like that, just to make somebody feel good. Or I've seen a lot of videos of people buying a homeless person a phone so they can reach their family and stuff like that. I've been seeing a lot of positive things like that. So it just depends what you watch and where you go on the internet to see what it is. But there's positive and negative, which, I mean, are you guys surprised that there's positive and negatives on the internet? Can
Of
you
course,
believe
right?
that?
Of course.
But I just think it's a lot, and people talk a lot about how, oh, the internet is so negative and it just brings you down. I don't let it bring me down. I watch videos and yeah, I get kind of up in arms about it sometimes, and I'll go to you and I'll be like, okay, this and this and this and this and this, and I'll just like yap to you about it. But it's
Mhm.
like I honestly feel like that's a personal issue if you're letting the internet put you in a bad mood. Honestly,
Right.
my mood, I mean, I get it because my mood also heavily depends on how other people are treating me. But I think it's blown out of proportion a lot, that it's like, oh my gosh, the internet is so negative and it deteriorates your mental health.
So do you feel like it's the mindset that you bring into it affects what you get out of it? So if you have
Yes.
a super negative mindset going in, all that negative stuff could drain you and make you
Yes.
and do something to your mental health. But if you have a positive mindset going in, even the negative stuff, if you see some of that, it's not going to completely take you into a negative state. Is that what you mean?
Yes, I'd agree with that. And it's like the only thing that really puts me in like a anxious mood really is some of the politics and things like that. I literally just saw a video this morning that was like, it's 2026 and we've already had 3 mass shootings, and I'm like, here we go again. That kind of thing, that's where I'm like, okay, this is like not great.
And that
But
stuff
I
can
don't
be
know.
stressful too.
Yeah.
Because I've talked to you about this many times before. You know, I used to listen and watch a lot of politics and stuff, but I found that the extreme negativity all the time really became very draining. So
Mhm.
I watch very, very little and, well, quite frankly, hardly any news or politics right now because
Especially
of
when
that.
it's the same thing on each side.
Right,
But we
right.
could have an entire podcast
Yeah,
about
yeah.
politics,
We'll go into
which I'd
politics on
love to
another one.
do, but I don't know how controversial you're wanting to get here. So I'm just
I
gonna
want to
say
hear
that.
your opinions on it. We'll have a full segment on that
Okay.
because I know you've gotten more into the political stuff here recently. And I was similar when I was your age. You know, my late teens. You're probably a little bit before me in terms of when you got started on it. I really didn't get into politics until my late teens, and you're in your mid teens. But yeah, I started really getting into it, and I see a lot of what when you talk to me about it, a lot of what you are saying in me when I was that age. But I've just over time, not so much anymore. But I'd love to hear your opinions on it. I love seeing your passions come out and what you want to talk about there.
Yeah, and like just to bring it back to the social media stuff, is that I just don't take it that seriously. Even when I see political videos, unless it's like my example that I just stated, I don't take it that seriously. Honestly, it's just entertainment. I'm watching these political debates and I'm like, y'all are both stupid. Like, honestly, I'll be watching and I'm like, I'm just entertained by it.
Mhm.
Like, certain politics do bring me down and make me very like, okay, I'm anxious. Like, what if somebody's gonna go and shoot my head or something like that when I walk out of the house? Things like that do make me anxious, but most of the time, I'm just like, I'm watching these internet videos and it's like, it's not that serious. I definitely think the internet has negative effects on people, but it's like you can't let that control you and you can't blame the internet for it I understand it. I get it. I definitely think that I'm different in that way where I'm just like, whatever. I don't
Mhm.
really I don't care. Like, it's whatever. I don't know. I feel like the older generations blow it up so much to where it's like, oh my gosh, social media is so bad. It's horrible. It's so bad. One of the examples is people constantly say that, oh, these young teen girls are always comparing themselves to these filters they see online. Okay, let me tell you something. Let me set the record straight. For me personally, this is something that I've struggled with for like years, is that I don't compare myself to people online. I compare myself to people I actually know. And yes, I do know that they do not filter their pictures. I promise you. I know some of y'all think that the teens get bamboozled with that. I promise you, I know my friends that I know personally do not Facetune their photos. Like, I promise you. Like, I definitely think there is comparing to the influencers online, but I really don't think that's such a big thing as people make it out to be. People talk about that like teens are just like young and immature and just naive in that way, but we're really not. I don't see that. Whenever I'm feeling bad about myself and I'm comparing myself to people online, it's my friends. It's my friends posting them having fun or something like that, which we do see that portrayed in media of scrolling on Instagram and seeing all your friends having fun, things like that. That is true. Other than that, I think the things that people pick and choose from the internet and things that teens struggle with is just like a tiny portion of what it actually is. And that, yes, that happens, but not as much as you guys are making it out to be.
A lot of adults, quite frankly, underestimate the amount of time that they spend on social media and on TV and all the different things, and maybe overestimate the time that your generation does. Because to me, a lot of adults, they'll have 24/7 cable news on all the time, and you'll have that on in the background or watching 5 hours of that every day. That's no difference to me than sitting there scrolling for 5 hours. It's the same. It's consumption. It's consuming that material. But for some reason, people think of it different when you're, say, watching the news versus sitting on social media. To me, it's the same.
The news is social media.
Right. To me, it's the exact same.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm glad you brought up that double standard because it's so frustrating to see people be like, oh, those teens always on their dang cell phones. And then it's like the Facebook moms, the people, like you said, constantly watching the news and everything. Or there's the other thing where they're like, be careful what you see online. Or I'll try and talk to my family about politics, right? I will show them something. I'll show them proof of something. And it just happens to be from Instagram of somebody saying something. And then they'll be like, be careful what you see online. That could be fake. What's the context? Could be taken out of context. They show me something. No, this is like 100%. Yes, this is true. And I'm sitting there like, be careful what you see online. I don't know. It just depends who you choose to trust, but it's just like exhausting. So I'm like, okay, the difference in reactions is kind of funny.
Yeah, no doubt about it. No, I think the benefits of social media when it comes to business and networking and staying in touch with friends and everything far outweigh some of the negative aspects that may accompany that. But I really like what you were saying earlier about it's kind of what you bring into it is what you're going to get out. If you're bringing a lot of negativity into it, you're probably going to get a lot of negativity out. If you're bringing positivity,
seriously,
take it for what it is. Take it as on the business side and networking side, it's a tool for doing what you need to do. And then, like you mentioned, on the entertainment side, take it for what it is. Entertainment. In essence, it's like watching a show, right?
Yeah.
You know, a show that you like. It's entertainment.
Yeah, and social media for me personally has helped me connect with so many people because it's like I have one friend in particular where I met her somewhere and for some reason I was just like, oh yeah, and I followed her on Instagram and then I reached out to her through Instagram being like, oh, it was nice to meet you. Like, I'd love to get to know you better. And now we're best friends. So it's like, I don't know. I got to connect with her in that way through social media.
Right.
Like, there's definitely the negatives and, like, there's definitely all that stuff that's happening. But I think that the negatives that I'm thinking about don't have to do with the teen aspect of it. Like, the negatives that I'm thinking about is, like, the parents exploiting their kids for money and fame and all that. I'm not thinking about those teens and their horrible mental health because of the new social media days. My mom actually said something funny, like, a few days ago. Because I had told her, I was like, oh yeah, we can't do those things now because it's just unsafe. And she's like, I don't even know. We were talking and it was like, it was safer back then because she got to play night tag outside. We can't do that anymore because we'll get snatched up. But she was like, was it more safe or were we just more dumb? And I was like, I mean,
It could be.
probably, I mean, both. It could be 50-50. I
Yeah.
don't know.
No, that the example you gave just a minute ago about seeing somebody out and then being able to find them on Instagram, sending the message and everything. That's one thing that wouldn't have happened when I was your age, right? So if we would have been out and about doing something, we saw somebody at the mall or whatever, and if they didn't go to the same school as you and you didn't get their phone number before you left that person that day, maybe the odds of you finding that person are rather slim because we couldn't just go on to Instagram or Facebook and say, oh, there's that person. There we go. I'll just send them a message right there. We actually had to have their home phone number, not even cell
Yeah.
phone number at that point.
Then you're going to get their mom or grandma or
right,
something. on the
exactly.
phone.
So that is definitely different. And that's a benefit of you guys having it now, is being able to find and connect with those folks that it would have been a little more difficult and quote unquote back in my day. Throw that out there.
Yeah, I just think the general idea around the teens and the social media is just so, like, I want to say out of date. Like, it's not true and it's not the reality of it. And I think in the cringe way that the media also portrays it, it's just so nobody
Right.
talks like that. Nobody does that. Nobody thinks that. Like,
So do you think it's more important that people focus on how to effectively use social media rather and teach people how to effectively use social media rather than always just bashing, hey, you're on it too much, you're doing this, you're doing that? Would that be something to do?
yeah, I think so. I don't know. Just with my brain, I'm just very like the correct word for this. I think I'm just desensitized to all of it. Yeah, some things do get me a little up there, but other than that, my brain just doesn't take in so much of that. Social media just really is not that serious. All of the stuff on there is just it's whatever.
Yeah,
Like,
and well,
it's not. It does have an effect on me to a certain degree. That's given. That's gonna happen. But it's not this huge thing. Like, when I'm spiraling, it's when people are treating me a certain way. It's not because I saw this thing on this social media and now I'm like, no, it's because of people. It's not because of the social media. Like, my mental health doesn't deteriorate because of online presence.
and you're a relationship driven
Mhm.
person anyway. You put a
Yeah.
lot of effort into your relationships, right?
Definitely.
So that is one thing that will get you a lot quicker than some stupid thing on social media.
Yeah, and I personally, with the political debates and things like that, that doesn't like bring my mood down. It just gets me like fired up because I'm like, oh, you said this and you said this and y'all both need to just like I get so like up in arms about it because each
And I've
of
heard
them
that
are
passion
just,
a bunch. Because I know the second you watch one of those, you come down with that tone. You're like, ooh, let's go.
because I'm just so like, oh, it's so both of you guys are just so
Do you think it's, you being homeschooled, do you think it's different for public school kids with social media in terms of what they have to deal with compared to maybe some of the things that you don't have to deal with, just not being in a classroom all day with a bunch of other kids?
The only thing I can really like see happening realistically is being like, "Oh, hey, I saw you posted this," and like teasing each other for it. I think it definitely does, but I don't think it's like, again, not like how the media portrays it. I
Right.
think it's just, boys being stupid
Yeah, it happens.
and then girls
just
being interesting.
you touched on it a little bit earlier, but you feel like there is a ton of bullying on social media?
Yes. Yes, there is. I think it's in a different way than what people think it is, though. Because the bullying that people see or that people think of is like just clear bullying, like you were ugly or something like that. On social media, it's more of like a nonchalant, like, oh, haha, I'm so funny kind of way. Most of the time, it happens when somebody posts a really, really cringy video, and then it's like the comments are just tearing them apart because it's just so bad.
So it's not a lot of the bullying you see is not necessarily like something happened in life and they are getting on them about that. You see a lot of the bullying is they posted something that people deem as cringy and they kind of get on them about that. It's not
Yeah.
necessarily something that happened earlier in the day, but it's that.
And I definitely think like the way that people go about their quote unquote bullying is different. A lot of the replies are just like funny gifs that are just like staring. So it's like, what are you doing genuinely? But the only other comment I can think of right now is, oh, if it's like a singing video, it'll be like, this is fire, put it out or something like
Oh,
that.
sure,
So
sure.
I mean, you could call that bullying.
Mm.
A lot of it is just like judging heavily.
Being very judgy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Other bullying, I guess I would see, is when a celebrity does something. I'm going to say something here. Like how Nicki Minaj just went to Turning Point and is talking to Erica and she's getting completely canceled for it.
Mhm.
She had to delete her Instagram and everything like that. And now people are removing her from songs and adding other things in. But if you so much as mention her, then you got all the comments rolling in, which
Sure,
I would
sure.
quote more as bullying because it's like, you can't think that, you can't do that. And they're getting all pressed about it in the comments. And then basically it's the cancel culture
Right.
of the media. It's being like, you can't do that, so you
So
can't
it's
have
all
a
been-
platform.
So it's more a general judginess, whereas, I mean, our society has become much more
Yeah.
judgy over the years anyway. So it's just transferring that judginess into the social media realm.
Yeah, and I mean, judging and bullying do go hand in hand, but it's just very different. Like, you gotta be on there to know what I'm talking about. It's
Mhm.
just a very nonchalant, like, just it's different. It's in a different way.
Is it more of a like a judgy sarcasm rather than a
Yes.
complete, you're terrible?
Yes.
It's more of a judgy sarcasm type thing?
Yes, and it also is funny to think of, like, cyberbullying when it's like, you can just block them. Like, I think it's funny when people make movies about cyberbullying where it's like, girl, stand up, just block them. It's not that difficult.
All right. So last couple of quick things on social media before we move on. What are some things you would tell other teens out there to help them effectively use social media rather than be used by it?
Okay, this is hard for me because I personally can't relate to social media having so much of a toll on. I think I could have a couple of years ago, but again, it was mostly people treating me a certain way than me going on to social media like relating to me, me being like, oh yeah, like that or whatever. And I also just think it's about being responsible on there. It's the small things too. Like, I'd have people judging me for the things I like on social media. That's why I like the most diabolical things now. Because if you guys don't know, you can see what people like. It could say, like, liked by Ellie Ferriell. I'd have friends judging me for things, but I personally can't relate to social media having that much of an impact on me. But I think it's just about being more, I don't want to say like nonchalant about it, but just chilling. Just be like, okay, is this good to, I don't want to go into the whole spiel like, okay, like, how is this? Am I going to post this? Let's think before I post because
Right.
posting is important. Most teens, they either have like a public account and they're posting their cute pics from a party, or you have a private account and you're posting pics with friends. Like, the posting aspect of it is not that serious. I promise you it isn't, unless you have people judging you for what songs and what things you like on there. It's not that serious. That's another thing that people like to talk about a lot is like, think before you post because it's going to be online forever. I don't think I'll mind about my Disney pictures being online forever because I posted it at one point. I think I'll be good. I mean, yes, there are a ton of things that I am cringed out about that I posted years ago. I'm sorry, people who still follow me that had to see all of that, all my friends. I am terribly sorry. That was a time. But I don't
It's
know.
not like bad stuff. It's just
Yeah,
stuff
it's
that
not.
you
It's just
consider
like-
cringy now.
Yeah, it's just cringy. It's just like, why would you post that? That's really cringy. But my advice for teens is to just chill. It's fine. Just calm down. For me, I personally feel really seen by social media too, because if they'll post videos and I'll be like, oh my gosh, that's literally my current situation, and I'll like it, save it, whatever. But I think just don't put so much weight into what you see. And I think before, you got to be confident in yourself too. I'm not the most confident person ever, but I am enough. My mindset lately has been like, oh, I look ugly today. That's okay. Like that, I literally say that in my brain. I don't really say many things in my brain because you know how you have a voice in your head
Mhm.
and sometimes you hear it and sometimes you don't. Like, some people are like, oh, I have to go do this. My brain just kind of gives me a signal. Does your brain do that? Where it's just like, oh, I got to go do this. But my actual voice in my head does not say, I have to go do this. It's just like I go and do it. But I will literally just tell myself, yeah, that's fine. That's okay. We all are. It's fine. I think just being kind of chill and nonchalant about it, be like, oh yeah, I look ugly. That's all right.
Basically,
Yeah,
just don't
I'm
take it so
breaking out.
serious.
Yeah, just be light. And I know that's so Like, duh. Obviously. And thing is, I used to be like a very big overthinker, and I still do overthink, but not as bad. I think I can counter it better. I can be like, oh yeah, this, but it's like, okay, well, if they have a problem with me, they can come to me. If they're gonna act a certain way, they can come to me and tell me about their problem. I think it's just countering your brain and just being like, yeah, that's fine, whatever, just do what you want. I also think that having hobbies outside of and social media helped me a lot because like I've always loved reading, but now I like color, write down my church notes, everything like that. Like doing other things that make you happy that don't have to do with other people and don't have to do with social media is great.
No doubt about it.
Cause it's like, cause I'm like, oh my gosh, I can color, I can watch my favorite show that nobody else is ruining for me because I haven't told anybody else about it. Like things like that, where it's like, oh my gosh, this is my show. I love it. Like, I think just being confident in yourself. And even when you do have those thoughts, I think another thing that people are constantly talking about is that it gives you the impression that it's not okay to have those thoughts, I guess. It's not okay to think you're ugly, or it's not okay to be a little down on yourself some days. But I guess in my brain, this is the first time I've actually like vocalized this, but it's true. In my brain, it's just like, yeah, I feel ugly. That's fine. It's okay. It's whatever.
We're going to roll anyway.
I'm going to. And I think one of my mindsets is that like I am confident in my looks most of the time, but then I'll see a picture of myself and I'll be like, anyways, moving on. But I think just being confident in yourself and like letting yourself have those thoughts and just be like, yeah, it's fine. It's whatever. I'll feel better in a couple days because literally everybody feels that way at some point. And I think letting yourself feel that way is good because it's like you can't just say like, oh no, I can't. Like, let's focus on being confident. Part of being confident is letting those thoughts exist there, but not letting them ruin your mood and not letting them just take over your entire being.
Come on, Ellie Ferriell dropping fire here. Let's go. Let's go. You mentioned at the beginning of that, you talked about, not take it so serious. And, it sounds simple, but I always say a lot, most things in life are simple. They're simple solutions. The hard part is actually doing them and having the discipline to do them, right? Yeah. So losing weight, there's simple solutions to losing weight. There's simple solutions to working out. There's simple solutions to growing a business, but it's the discipline of actually doing those things is what people struggle with. So,
yeah. My thing is that when you're feeling ugly or when you're feeling down on yourself, why waste time feeling like that when it's like nothing's going to change? If you want to improve yourself, that's great. If you want to go work out, do this, change your makeup routine, change your hair because you want to feel better, feel prettier, that's great. I want to do all those things too. But feeling so bad about yourself for a long period of time, I've just found like that's just a waste of time. I'm going to feel like that anyway. I'm going to look like this anyway. So what's the point? I'm going to look like how I'm going to look. So I might as well just be like, okay, whatever. I don't have to feel like that. And I think a lot of what we've touched on here is videos on social media making your mental health go down, which I do think that's true with the politics and things like that. But I do think with teens, it's more like seeing everybody else's posts and seeing influencers posts that really make your mental health go down and not particularly the videos. For me, like, as I said, politics kind of make my mood go down. But I think that the videos side of it is completely different from the post side of it. Because I think the posts and like seeing all your friends is more what makes you feel like crap about yourself more than the videos, and the bullying is so much negativity. Like I feel like that's not as much of a big part as seeing everybody else doing things that you wish you were.
Right. Yeah. A little FOMO going on there.
Yes. 100%.
Well, so much great stuff today, Ellie. I am pumped up about this segment. How about you?
I am too. I'm excited for the politics one.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. So Ellie and I are going to do this every Tuesday. This segment, we're going to talk about a lot of things. We're going to talk about what's important to teens, like we talked about social media today. We're going to talk about probably some education in the community. We've got a new group we're actually transitioning to. We're going to call it Elevate Springfield NextGen. It's basically for teens. We're going to bring them to local businesses. We're going to have internship opportunities. So part of this segment, we're going to talk about some of our fun endeavors that we do through that group. So I'm just really pumped up. This is going to be fun.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. What all you want to talk about on this segment?
I have a lot of thoughts about a lot of things, and I feel like I just talk to like mom about it, and I feel like I just don't get like enough out of like spewing it out, and then it's just like that's it. I just bombarded her with a million things that she doesn't really care about. So then I'm just sitting there like, well, now I'm not fulfilled because now I just like yapped for 20 minutes and now I'm like not getting anything.
Well, now you and I can sit in these chairs and just yap at each other for about an hour. How about that?
By the way, I love you, Mom. You're a good conversationalist. I promise. I'm just, yeah.
There you go. Well, I think what I'm probably most excited about this is, of course, to have the conversations with you every Tuesday about a number of different topics, but I'm really excited to watch you drive the bus on this segment. You're going to be the main driver of what we're doing here. So it's going
Better get comfortable over there.
Oh, I already am. I've just kind of sat right in. I'm nice and if you didn't see that, I did a little shimmy as I got down into it. So yeah, no, I'm super comfortable over here now.
Well, thank you for joining us on our debut of NextGen on Elevate Springfield. We'll be right back after the break.
Looking for expert tree care with hometown integrity? Look no further than Sangamon Tree Service. They're your trusted local pros, delivering quality workmanship, exceptional customer service, and fair, honest pricing every time. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, their team brings professionalism and care to every job, big or small. Call the name your neighbors trust, Sangamon Tree Service, or visit them today at sangamontreeservice.com. Sangamon Tree Service, rooted in quality, built on trust. Well, thank you for joining us today, everybody. Appreciate you making us a part of your day. Hey, don't forget, while you're out on social, check ours out. You can check my personal one out at Robert Ferriell at everywhere. Check out those Elevate Springfield pages, those Big Dog Business Coaching pages as well. Check us out over on YouTube. Give us a subscribe, give us a like or a follow on any of those channels. We would certainly appreciate it. So hey, take what you learned today. You bring the discipline and follow through, and together, that's right, y'all, we're going to elevate Springfield. Be great. Looking for personalized insurance with hometown care? David Hilst, American Family Insurance Agents, here to help you protect what matters most: your family, your home, and your dreams. Whether it's auto, home, life, business, David and his team are proud to serve the Springfield community with trusted advice and reliable coverage. Local service, real relationships, peace of mind. Call today or stop by their office. They can build your dream protection plan together. Call 217-726-6343